Hi, everyone. It is another Tuesday edition. I'm Tammy, I'm the Siberian Wind, and I'm glad you are here. I see that I've got Rita, Joyce, Judy, Dawn, Laura already in the chat. You guys are fantastic. Thank you for checking in before I even get here. I cannot, I, I cannot really thank you guys enough. So, um, we are going to work today on a project I know Judy's going to be super excited about. I have not finished that bag. Welcome in, Tasha. Glad you're here. I have not finished the bag, so we're going to work on that tonight. I am not done with the Sedona Sunset project thing that we're doing. It is not finished. Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate it. My husband will appreciate the comments. So thank you, thank you, thank you. He does all the decorations for my studio. Now the shirt was my choice, so we're gonna get into the shenanigans tonight. But we are, yeah, we're not working on the Sedona Sunset right now. So I'll give you guys an update. It is going to have 6 rows of the triangle pieces, and I have brought in another fabric to help set everything on, like, set it so I can make it kind of equal throughout the immediate part of the quilt. Oh, thank you, Sherry. Yeah, eight Eastern. Yeah, 6 p.m. Mountain, 8 Eastern. Yeah, you got it. You got it. I normally do start right on time. I'm normally a few minutes early, but today I'm running a little bit behind, so we're good. Judy says she's putting her crown quilt on the long arm. Yay! I'm excited about that one. I'm excited. So I have been working on the Sedona Sunset project, and I think that's really what I want to call it. I might call it Sedona Sunset. Um, it's I've got 2 rows already attached to the extra fabric that I brought in, and I've got 4 more rows to go. If I'm not mistaken, because I think there's 6 rows. Let me see. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 4 more rows to go. Oh, thank you, Rita. She says nice name for it. Thank you, thank you. Welcome in, Jess. Glad you are here. Glad you are here. So yeah, so I have been working on that all day. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek at what I have done. And this is just one of the strips. This is just one of them, okay? Where the strips are before I bring in the extra fabric is they now are complete strips. They end out at the with the 60-degree angle. And they now have a bottom sashing. If you guys can see that brown sashing up here, they now all have that sashing. Welcome in, William. Glad you are here, sir. Thank you, thank you. So we are going to do something you guys have not seen me do before when it comes to putting these together and making the full quilt. And it is very much that same mentality of being creative and being inspired to do something different. And we are just going to blow the complete socks off of this project. It is going to be something you guys are not expecting. So yeah, that's where we're at with it. Everything has its bottom strip set put onto it. The quilt is probably going to be about 80 inches wide. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So it's going to be a fairly big quilt. I need to make it tall enough, so we're going to add some height to it in the process. But I also want it to be a square quilt. And right now, it's not going to be square. So we're gonna finagle to make it square. But we're not gonna do that today. Um, sure, you crack me up. But we are not gonna work on that tonight. Welcome in, Andrea. Oh, fantastic. I can't wait to see the pictures. Oh, and William's getting his 20 McTwin twin part thingy in. Whatever we're calling that now. So I'm going to do another couple of pop-up lives to work on the Sedona Sunset Project. There is no way in 2 hours tonight that we could even put a good dent in it. Hi, Katie. Glad you're here. So what I'm going to do in advance of us getting to the next step of the process, so you guys saw that there is they all end at a 60-degree angle. And so I have added, or I'm adding in the extra fabric. So that I'm doing in advance of you guys seeing it again. But before I do the next step, I kind of have to do a little bit of rearranging in here because there is no way I can put together oh, come on, you mean you're not a super speed quilter? Not when it comes to this next step, and you will see why, Rita. I can guarantee you none of you have an idea of what I'm going to do with this. There's stuff going on in my head that I am totally going to put into that quilt. It's kind of that inspiration I was looking for originally. So it's, you know, I've got to put it all into something. Joyce says she's tired. Katie says it's weird to see you on earlier. Oh yeah, because time change. Time change. We changed time on Sunday. So we changed time. Now I have been super speed doing things today. Like I working on this project, I've been super speeding it. Um, I actually have one row that is not going to end up in it because there's just no way to put it in there. So we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. That's right, Katie. She says Greenland time didn't change and Rita's time didn't change either. So while we are at it, before I get too far in, today is National Dream Day. So if you have a dream that you would like to share in the chat, or a dream that you've had that you think is great quilting related dream, I really don't want any nightmares. Let's keep the nightmares to ourselves. But today is National Dream Day. If you don't have any plans for tomorrow, it is National Plant a Flower Day. So yeah, I won't have a flower to plant tomorrow because the weather's not going to cooperate here, I don't think. But you know, it is what it is. Jess says she is busy. She just finished walking 3 miles and eating a snack. I am proud of you. Rita says she's lucky. Not really, because it messes with what time everyone. Oh yes, it does. Rita, you're so right. Oh, you think that the roads are clear enough of ice so you can start walking again, Katie? That's fantastic. So yeah, tomorrow is National Plant a Flower Day, but today is National Dream Day. So tell me about your dreams. Tell me if you have like a quilting dreams. It might be National Wine Day as well, but it is also National Dream Day. Today is the 11th, so I am looking at the right day. It could be National Wine Day and National Dream Day. This calendar is missing a lot of things. National Quilting or International Quilting Day isn't, or sorry, correction, World Quilting Day is not on the calendar either, and that is this upcoming Saturday. So there's, it is what, there's things. All right, we're gonna put my phone on silent so I don't have interruptions from it. And so we are pulling this back out. I didn't finish it the other week. It is a June Taylor project. And I think that is actually the arrangement we're working on. I think that is, it looks like it's the identical color arrangement. So we're going to get the bag done tonight. We're going to get it done because I need to get things out of my way. And then I'm hoping in the next few days, I will be at a point where we can pick back up on the batik project with the arrows. And then we'll get Sparkle back up here shortly after that. You had a YouTube dream, says Sherry. Oh my gosh. Joy says she doesn't dream. Oh, that's okay. Not everybody does. Not everybody does. So that is not a big deal. Not a big deal. All right, so I've got, let's see, what do I have? What do I have? We're going to see what I got. Rita says that she has a dream or ideas that she keeps dreaming about it, make a dream catcher quilt. Yeah, you could absolutely do a dream catcher quilt. There's quite a few patterns out there too for that. But I haven't done a dream catcher quilt. I actually have an idea for my puff quilt, and I think it's coming along a little bit better now, like in my head, as to how I'm going to do things. Agreed, Katie. She says that the Dreamcatcher quilt would be really cool. Would be very cool. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. Okay, so I have my stabilizer. I have the outside of my bag. This is the outside of the bag. Good evening, Sandy. Glad you're here. This is the inside of the bag. So what we have to do is place the two sewn fabric pieces right sides together and pin through, and then we're sewing. I'm making sure I understand the instructions. Okay. There's supposed to be a solid black line. There's no solid black line. It's a solid blue line, but we're going to make it work. Welcome in, Chloe. She says, hello, Tammy, and all missing your lives a bunch, but watching replays, that's okay. Replay is so much better than no play. That is absolutely fantastic. Katie says, if she made a Dreamcatcher quilt, you'd want to take it to a Native American to get it blessed. That's fair. That is fair. All right. So what it says to do is you're going to take your bag outside and your bag inside, and you're going to lay them right sides together. And mine fairly well match up. They're not perfect. I don't think I cut my strips perfectly the same size, but that's okay. We're going to make it work. So Judy, if you do indeed win this bag, it may not be perfect. Just saying, it may not be perfect. So what they have you do is you line everything up. You line the top up with the inside. You lay it on the stabilizer, pin through all of the layers, and then you sew on the dashed lines. And I don't think I'm going to need to actually pin through, but I will do it anyway. We're going to do it anyway. Do you guys love my mentality? We're going to do something anyway, even though I don't want to. Rita says she's already contacted one of the shamans of a local tribe, as you have to get Indian slave bracelet re-blessed. Yes. Yeah, definitely a good idea to respect the traditions of any culture from which we are borrowing or owning any of their legal, if that makes sense. It's not really, is it legal? I don't know. But when we're owning or we're trying to, hang on to something that isn't native to someone it is native to their culture, to give us an approval on that. All right, looking for my pins that I want, and we are going to use these. Judy says a done bag is a perfect bag as long as I can put stuff in it. Well, you're still going to have to win it. You know that, right? Like, I can't just give you the bag. You got to win it. It's got to be fair and square. Oh, good question, Laura. She's asking Tasha, did you go live last week? Laura looked for you but couldn't find your live. Guys, I have had a lot to people and just having audio issues and all kinds of things. So please make sure when you support a creator that you are giving them a thumbs up, you're giving them comments, you're chatting, all of that kind of thing, because it really does make a huge difference in the YouTube stats. Tasha did not go live. She was trapped at a wrestling tournament. Those bleachers were rough. Oh, I bet they were. I bet they were. Oh, you'll be back this week. Good deal. Good deal. Rita says that the braceletter she has was made by a tribe in Oregon, made with soft silver, coral, and turquoise, with chains that go to a big turquoise and coral ring. Sounds very pretty. Oh, you are fine, Rita. You can chat as much as you like. I will never take offense. I like seeing my chat move, and it's okay if you guys have other topics other than just what I've got going on, because that gives me something to think about as well. So I am very much like the rest of you. I just happen to be the one in front of the camera that you guys can hear. That's really all it is. That's really all it is. I am really kind of pleased with my progress. Um, I really am kind of pleased with my progress on Sedona Sunset. It's just not at a spot where it would make a lot of sense um, for me to show you guys. Chloe says, Tammy, many creators are having trouble going live on YouTube. Yes, they are. They absolutely are. It's not me, Andrea, necessarily. I haven't made any changes to my microphone setup. But a lot of people, a lot of content creators have been having sound issues. You may either have to refresh the stream, like hit the little refresh, or you may have to go out and come back in. YouTube has, and please let me know if closed captions are not working, Andrea. YouTube has added a feature called audio dubbing. What that is supposed to do, yeah, they've messed up so bad. YouTube has messed up so bad on a lot of things, that's creating issues for us. And even if I filled out tickets like left and right, it won't make a huge difference. But what has happened is they're introducing audio dubbing, so you can dub your stream with additional sounds, or you can use your current stream sound for something else. And so it's a lot of back and forth with YouTube, and I think it's causing them to have issues processing our audio into our streams. Like, it's causing major issues. Support your bottom and your back. Oh yeah, the bleacher chairs. Yes, absolutely. Sherry said they messed up with their scheduling. Yeah, they did. Judy's agreeing go out and come back in. Joy says she doesn't comment much. She just listens and watch. That is okay. I totally know you're there though. Let's see. Oh yeah, the stadium seats. There's stadium seats. There's also bleacher seats. Now, when I go to baseball games, if it's a stadium I'm not familiar with or I'm not 100% sure, I can get a bucket seat, like a you know what I mean, the single seats. If I'm not sure I'm going to get one of those, I take my own chair because I have a rocking hammock chair and I can readjust myself until I am perfectly happy. And I can readjust the whole day and still be okay by the end of the day and still be able to walk, which is that's saying a lot. If my chair can make me be able to walk, we're good. Um, yes, absolutely, Tasha. Any investment that you can make into it, um, and also consider maybe a wagon getting going. Consider a wagon or a bag that can go into other things, and that will help immensely with with carrying things up and packing up at the end of the tournament, because you want to be able to get out quickly. Thankfully, wrestling is indoor only, so that makes a lot of difference. But oh my gosh, I've spent so much time outdoors. um, yes, Rita. Closed captions normally are on my channel. I did have a few lives where I did a pop up, um, and I didn't pre-schedule through YouTube, and I can't set that, and I can't turn it on. And you can't turn it on unless you start with it on, if that makes sense. So because I didn't turn it on in advance, I had no way to go back and turn it on once the live started. So I just kind of got stuck. um, let's see. What kind of trouble, says Katie? It is the trouble of um, we are having issues with audio. We're having issues with people not being able to comment. We're having issues with Nightbot not being able to connect to our streams. Um, it's like one technical issue after another, Katie. That's kind of what's been going on. Um, oh my gosh, club volleyball. Yes, you definitely need a chair for club volleyball. I plan to make a mini St. Patty's Day quilt hopefully before the holiday. I saw the cutest pattern on Instagram from the ThermoWeb blog. It uses sparkle paste by Jennifer Long. It's fun to add glitter to your fabric. Oh, that's cool. I definitely want to see how that turns out. That may be something that I try. I would be up for trying things like that. Oh, outdoor. Have a wagon then. But yeah, I spent so much time. Um, the hammock chairs or the ones that rock, hands down, absolutely worth it. Um, the hammock chair specifically, um, sometimes the weather will get kind of chilly, and I can get curled all the way up into that chair, like feet up, everything, and I'm just, in a cocoon in that chair. And it doesn't take up any more room than a standard, you know, lawn chair. Your unicorn quilt glitter. Oh my goodness, yes. Unicorn quilts, yes. That would so be worth putting glitter on. Oh, I could just imagine a unicorn quilt now. I have never made one, but I could totally see that. Sakura is 3 days for us too, and kids are still little. Oh goodness! So you have to be there. It's not just drop them off and come back. You have to hang out, cause you know the bloody nose from like tripping and falling. You know, nobody is quite like mom or dad. Like everybody else, they're all strangers. you know. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I remember those days. I remember those days. That sparkle paste is painted on your fabric. It's supposed to stay on when washed once heated and cured. Awesome. Okay, so the bleachers for soccer. I I've never seen bleachers for soccer. Honestly, I've never seen bleachers for soccer games. Like I maybe like in high school, but I have not seen bleachers for soccer anywhere but maybe there. Like that's about it. Yeah, I can't dish the 5-year old yet. Oh, we won't tell the 5-year old you said that either. Oh, yeah. Your mom just wants to hang out. Doesn't matter that it's 35 degrees outside and her fingers are turning blue. Doesn't matter that it's 120 and your mom just fainted, you know? Can't leave the 5-year old. You can't tell where my mind has been all day, guys. I have had a blast actually getting to sew and create and feel like I'm being creative. Um, Nervous for softball and now little league season as we'll have 3 kiddos. Oh, going all in different directions. Yes, that's going to be challenging. Um, when you sign them up for little league, most programs, most, not all, most, do take into account that parents do have multiple little ones in different age ranges because, unless you are lucky enough to have twins that both play on the same team, you're going to have different ages playing probably all the same nights. So you might be able to like split between 2 fields back to back. That's the one good thing about baseball is you can typically like have one kid on one field and one kid on field like directly across or something. Agreed, Laura. She says, Tasha, don't bother with the Walmart or less expensive options. Just pay the 50 to $60 and get a good chair. So my hammock chair, I like it, but I totally would have if I had taken the extra money to do this. I totally would have gotten the one with the footrest on it, versus just the hammock chair because it would have expanded how versatile it would be for me. Um, but I broke my tailbone years ago, and sitting in a regular chair without mesh or like movable fabric is so hard. Welcome in, it's Kennedy. Glad you're here. She's listening but cooking dinner. No worries. No worries. Um, Rita says she doesn't think she's paid less than $200 for a chair. These are for like outdoor chairs. These are like the yard chairs. Welcome in, Gladys. Glad you're here. Glad you are here. Um, so I think for my hammock chair I paid 40, maybe something like that, $40. But I didn't get the one with padding either. So I didn't get the one with padding and I didn't get the like footrest. So those are like the two things that I would have done differently. As I would have gotten the one with more padding and the footrest. But I really didn't know whether or not I was going to enjoy a hammock chair or whether it was going to be the right fit. And now that I have it, I can't go back. No, they don't. They really don't give you enough support for your back. But my tailbone hurts more than my back does. So if I can keep the weight off of my tailbone, or be able to shift it regularly, then that's a good thing. And so I can shift all sorts of ways in that hammock chair. And the other good thing about the hammock chair is when I put my feet all the way up in it, if there's ants or other bugs crawling around on the ground, I don't have to worry about getting attacked by them, because they're not gonna climb my chair that far. The ones that I have for outside have a padded thing in them with a back support. Yeah, I mean that's if you're looking at you're going to have years and years and years to use these, then yeah, spend the money, get something that's going to support you better, and just take care of it. Just definitely take care of it. All right. So now we've got it sewn. So I've got my front closest to the interfacing. The outside is closest to the interfacing. And then I've got my inside. So I said pin through all the layers. So on the dash line, back stitching, who needs that? Cut on the line, don't cut through stitching, and then turn right side out. Okay, so we're gonna cut and we're gonna turn right side out. Rita says the ones that I have. Oh yeah, I've already read that. So have you guys ever done a quilt based off of just some kind of idea that you have? Like some kind of, I think this would look cool, or I saw this image somewhere and I just want to recreate it. Have you guys ever done a quilt based off of something like that? It's question time. Welcome in, Katie. She says, just got home from a sew day with friends now to unpack the car. Right. That is always the pain. I usually take my wagon with me, especially on my full day sew days. I take my wagon with me. So I just have to unload the wagon when I get around to it. Rita says she has many times. Sherry has. She made one for her grandson. Laura says, even though I've broken my tailbone 3 times, I have to focus on back support. Oh, agreed. Welcome in, Carrie. Glad you are here. Katie says her Valentine's quilt was without a plan. Sherry says that her quilt for her grandson had a modern vibe. Tasha said her daughter wanted a rainbow bunny quilt with dark blue and orange carrots, and I made that happen. Oh my goodness. I bet that was so adorable. So very adorable. I kind of want to see that now. So I'm cutting the little section that cuts in at the bottom. They've already got it pre-printed on here as to where I need to cut. So that's what I'm cutting right this second. That's why I look awkward. Because I feel awkward. This is why they say don't cut into your stitching. Joy says she must have dozed off. That's okay. That is okay. We were just discussing if you've ever dreamed up of a quilt, and have you ever made a quilt that you've dreamed of? Like just something that was in your dreams and you had no pattern for it and you just made it happen. Hopefully not too far down. Oh, okay. Yeah. I will have to go searching. I will have to go searching. I really haven't done a lot lately, as far as like dream quilts, but I have 2 on the books coming up. Carrie says she's tried to do virtual sew-ins like this. You have far travel. I'm confused. Just a little bit. Welcome in, Linda. She says she just got back from a Costco run, put everything away, meals in freezer. So tired of going to enjoy my coffee and relax. I don't blame you. Oh, you make most of your quilts that way? Okay, the virtual sew-in, you make the quilts that way? Okay, gotcha. Chloe says she made her apple quilt based on a strawberry challenge Tracy from the Sewing Channel had over a year and a half ago. Di from Sister Chicks encouraged me. Oh, that's very awesome. I was just barely here a year ago. We're still just barely into a year, guys. I am so blessed to have you guys here with me. Tasha's asking how your husband is, Linda. Let's see. And where am I at? Let's see. Rita says the most recent one that she did was with paper piecing. Oh, the 288 little pieces. Yes, for the spinning star, right? That's so pretty. That's so pretty. All right, so this tells me to cut all of these pieces, and then there's marks on this outer section that I don't know if I need them yet. So I'm not going to cut the end sections just yet. Carrie says she doesn't pack up and go out for sew dates because she lives in the middle of the Maine woods. I don't blame you. Oh, she quilted it for free, and you just paid shipping and batting. That's fantastic. Welcome in, Debbie. She says hello, Tammy late but made it. You are fine. You are not late. You are just on time to join in the chat. We are talking about have you ever dreamed of making or dreamed of a quilt and then made it? Have you ever made something from a dream? Today is National Dream Day. So it's a good time to talk about your quilt dreams. Carrie says that she made most of her quilts by what she thinks of in her head. That's fantastic. There's a lot of people who can do that. There's a lot of people who need patterns, and then there's a lot of people who can just think of something and then they come to make it work. Let's see. Linda says that he is doing better, and dog just had surgery, so both my men are on the mend. I go for cataract surgery on April 1st, and then the second one is on the 14th. Oh my goodness. It has never failed. The medical field just does not stop, do they? Welcome in, Jennifer. She says, good evening, y'all. We're going to say it the southern one. Good evening, y'all. Do you like my southern accent? I was sewing borders on a quilt today. Welcome in, Susan. Glad you are here. Glad you're here. I can't wait to be able to do another pop-up with the Sedona Sunset quilt, because I think you guys will really be blown away by what I have in mind to do. And I really can't. I'm not sure if I can, I don't know if you guys need a clue or not, or if I should just let you guys be surprised. Because I could just let you guys be surprised. I'm okay with that. Are you guys okay with that? Linda, that's a lot to deal with. Sending love and prayers, says Laura. Agreed. Chloe says, I hope your husband and dog feel better soon. I hope all goes well with your procedures. Agreed. Very much agreed. Very, very much agreed. Getting this out of the way, getting this bag done, and getting Sedona Sunset out of the way frees me up to start bringing out the batiks and the arrow quilts, so we can get that put together. I've still got to finish cutting for that, so that's another ongoing part. Candy corn quilt, I love it. Oh, hint. Oh, everybody's wanting to know. Glad they are on the mend, and good luck, Linda, says Tasha. Yes, agreed. Yeah, gotta get the guys on the mend before us women take time for ourselves. Intentionally or not. That is usually the way it goes, at least in my household. I gotta get the husband going, gotta get the dog going, and then I can get going. That is almost always the way it is here. I know you're adding glow in the dark yellow, your ultimate favorite color. Nope. You have struck out, Rita. That is not happening. Are you shocked? It is not happening. All right, we're going to cut this other side. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it because I'm looking at what their markings are, and it's more just where the center of your fabrics and the sides of your fabrics go. And it's not really anything that would be really hard to... It wouldn't be hard to keep straight. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way the pattern's written. Isn't that the truth? Agreed, Linda. Absolutely agreed. The shock, the ultimate shock. Chloe says she can wait. She's trying to encourage Rita to wait. Oh, I think you guys will be absolutely like. I don't want you to be silent in the chat. I'll put it that way. But I feel like you guys are gonna be silent in the chat, just sitting there watching, just going, like completely amazed. Like I feel like that's gonna happen. I feel like it's gonna happen. That's where my mind is. That's what I'm thinking is gonna happen. Okay, so I've turned it right side out, and now I'm going to push out these corners and press all the edges. Well, you might be silent when I show you what I'm doing. Susan says that her cataract surgery was almost 2 years ago. Had the first eye done just before a quilt show, which is coming up in April. Okay, do you have any regrets, Susan? Was that the best decision you ever made? Or what's your feedback? What's your feedback? Was that I know my dad's feedback. My dad's feedback is absolute best decision ever. I may have to press this because I don't think this is gonna stay popped out as crisp as I would like without pressing. I'm gonna press. We're gonna press it. So I gotta push the boundaries, right? Too bad you can't see our faces, right? Welcome in, Rayanne. Welcome in. I got so many ideas, guys. So many ideas. And the puff quilt, I actually have like an action plan now. I've come up with an action plan. That tells you how committed I am. Laura says that her husband had both eyes done and he's super happy with his results. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. My dad is happy with his results too. He has worn he had being the operative word. He had worn glasses since he was in grade school. And for the first time in his life, in his 70s, he no longer has to wear glasses. Oh, fantastic, Ryan. She says she's had one eye done and can't wait until the 9th of April to get the second one done. A little bit for me, Katie. But it's gonna drop again this weekend. We are at 55 degrees right now. Oh, how about everybody else? How's your weather warmed up any? Are you guys still sitting? I think most of the country has kind of warmed up a little bit. You guys aren't sitting in the cold temperatures anymore. It was up to 61, says Joyce. So a little bit north of me, it got up to 61. I don't know what the high here was today. Okay, Puff is done. I'll finish. Nope. Susan says it's almost 50 where she is in Washington. Okay, Puff Quilt is not done. Puff Quilt isn't even close to done. And it's not even close to finished. It is nowhere in the vicinity of any of that. It has a long way to go, but I have an idea. It's a little bit cold, says Rita, and only 87. She's in Arizona. And it's been in the upper 50s in Rhode Island. It's been 45 degrees in Greenland. The roads are clearing, so she can start back to walking again as long as the snow doesn't return anyway. Yeah. I will probably have lots more snow, or I'm hoping I will have lots more snow before spring actually hits. Because we kind of need it. Going to get very warm here this week, says Sherry. Remind me where here is, if you will. And my iron tried to eat my fabric, guys. So it's a little stiff. It will wash. Should we need to? It will wash. Tasha agreed. She says we're in fake spring, I think, right? Probably. Um Rita says yes, Chloe, the air the re the yes, Chloe, really the air is cold, yeah. um it actually says 87, but real feel is 46. That's a crazy difference. That's a crazy difference. Um, Susan says she wants to be back in Arizona. Sherry's in North Carolina near Jess. That's right. That's right. That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure. Tasha says it got up to 50 for her. What state are you in, Tasha, if you don't mind? I can't remember. I can't remember. Um, yeah, it is going to go back down by the end of the week, Joyce. You're right. We're supposed to have snow on Friday. Gladys says it's 82 in Texas now. You can have it. I do not mind. I do not mind. All right, so this is pressed, not top stitched. So it is pressed. That's the outside, and this is the inside. Okay. So that's where we're at right now. You're in upstate New York. Oh, goodness. And it's 50? Wow. I wouldn't have expected you to get up that high, but maybe that's just me. Oh, you know what? I think no, it's not the stabilizer. Okay. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay. I'm going to set that aside. Now we're going to cut one of them. Oh, okay. We're working on straps, guys. How can 87 feel like 46? Wind chill? Wind chill. Oh yeah, the rainstorm. Yeah, you guys have the cold front coming through too. Oh, Tasha says it's back down tomorrow, right? Okay. So, my strips are out of this because this is my binding for the top. So, there should be 3 of these, and there is. And it says cut 1 in half. And okay. All right, we're layering it with a 45-degree angle. Okay, we can do this. Yeah. Well, the wind chill is you can have warm air in a dry climate, and the wind chill will still knock your socks off. Like it can still do some major chilly business with it. All right. Let's see. Oh, very cool. Susan's asking where in upstate. She has a daughter in Savona, New York, Finger Lakes region. And Tasha's west of Syracuse, so not far from Finger Lakes. Oh, very cool. Have I ever tried Faultless Luke Finish spray starch? I have not, but hubby picked it up for me. Okay, so yes, I have used Faultless spray starch before. And I don't mind it. I will put it that way. I don't mind it. My only problem with like the Faultless spray starch is you will go through so much of it to achieve the same look that Stayflow is giving me without having to spend as much. It's just expensive. It's an expensive way to starch. It's effective and it works. It's just I don't want to spend that much if I don't have to, if that makes sense. I don't think I did the stripes. I don't think I did the straps right on my bag. So, I will keep my original one. And then this one will be given away, and it's going to be done right. I don't think I did this. I don't remember doing this to the other one. But that's okay. Alright, so I've got that one attached. I will press it here in just a minute. Stayflow is back ordered. I would get Stayflow is no longer produced. Rita. Stayflow is no longer produced. It was produced by the Purex company, and they have discontinued production on it entirely. So if you find Stayflow and it is about $5 a gallon, get it. If it is anything more than that, you're getting ripped off. There's no point in buying it. Chloe says that's why she stocks up on generic spray starch from Dollar General on Saturdays. I don't blame you. Joyce has used Faultless and she says it's not too bad. I agree. It's not super bad at all. I hate the cost of it. Like, I feel like I'm spending so much money on something that's going to be empty in less than one quilt. You know, there's not enough in that spray can to really carry me through even a full quilt, I don't think. Almost makes the winters with it. Let's see. Oh, Fall Beauty. Okay, yeah. They told me it's back ordered. Yeah, it's not just back ordered. It's no longer being made. Susan says she's planning to visit upstate New York again this time in the autumn. Want to see the beautiful colors of fall there. You can take me with you. I'm a good car companion. I don't eat much. And you get puppy kisses. Because the dog would have to go. Oh, Rita, we're medicating our rescue dogs now. She can't handle wind or storms of any kind. She's 10 years old and at this point has done thousands of dollars in damage to her house. Oh, goodness gracious. And now you guys hear my neighbor's dogs. I apologize. Let's see, where am I missing? I think I'm caught up. Poor doggy, yes, right? One of my dogs and one of my cats hates the wind blowing their hide. My dog is thankfully used to it. He will actually go and stand out in the wind and just hang out. He's perfectly happy just hanging out in the wind. I bet it is, Chloe. She says autumn is gorgeous around here. I bet it is. Oh, I've been using Best Press now, but sometimes Material Magic. Yeah, so Best Press, I went looking at some information on the company that makes Best Press, and Flatter and things like that. Best Press and Flatter are not actual starches. They're not starch alternatives. They were never meant to be. They're just conditioners. So that's why they don't give you the crisp press without using a gallon of it per project. That's why they don't give you the crisp press that I love. Okay, so measure and cut the length to 55 inches. So they had me sew extra strip on, and now they're having me cut it. Erg. Andrea says she makes her own starch. It's better than Best Press and works in my Acorn press pen. Yes, please make a video, Andrea. Absolutely. Judy, I have no, I think I'm down to one. I think I'm on my last one finally. For the starch, yeah. All right, let's see. Rita says that she has some she made with cornstarch. Yeah, I have heard of using cornstarch to make it. But I've not done it yet. I've not done it yet. Chloe, I have to laugh. She says that she really likes Best Press, but then her husband found out how much it was, and he said buy spray starch. Now there are places where Best Press is cheaper than others. There's some places where it's just a premium price, and you're just paying for the name at that point. All right, half of 55 is 22 and a half. Okay. So, goodness gracious. I didn't know I was going to be cutting off this much. I'm thinking the Baptist fan for this quilt. Oh, that would be very cool. That'd be a very good quilting pattern. Very good quilting pattern. All right, so 22 and a half is, yeah, 22.5 is the number I need. So we are going to cut this strip, and then we'll come back and cut the other one. And did I bring my rotary cutter over here? Yes, I did. Ugh. You know what? We're going to go 23.5, and I'm going to cut at the 1. Work smarter, not harder, guys. If you're going to be getting off of your mat to be able to cut, just adjust your mat. There is no harm in doing that. All right. Am I at the 1? I am almost at the 1. All right, I am at the 1. There we go. Let's see. Joy said she has a half gallon of best press from her cousin and my faultless, but I think I'm going to start making my own much cheaper. Yeah, agreed. That's my next route. 27.5. Oops. Okay, so these straps are going to be a little short, guys. These straps are going to be a little short. I may sew back on. Yeah, 55 inches. Yeah, you're right. I was going 50. I think. No, I wasn't even going 50. Debate, guys. All right, these straps are just going to be shorter than the normal. They're just going to be shorter. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to go shorter. Because I don't know that I want to have extra seams in there if we don't have to. The straps on these are kind of long anyway. So there is a way to adjust it. So we'll go with the adjustment method. There is a way to do it. So in case anybody ever wonders, yes, these straps are shorter than the pattern called for. Oh. I will figure it out. Judy says it's okay, she's sure. Notice how in the wild Judy has decided that this is her bag. So if she wins something, this is what she's winning immediately, right? Is that what we're doing? These straps really are long. Chloe's going, lol, Judy. Right? Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. So measure and cut. We've already done that. 1 inch. Okay. So just don't tell anyone, right? Oh, you know, I can't get out of that one. I can't get out of that one. So now I get to press the ends. I gotta tuck the ends in, and we're gonna turn our steam way up. And we are going to press them in. And then I gotta fold it together. Because we gotta sew, let me see. Okay. We're gonna have some folding to do, guys. We're gonna have some folding. They don't want you to sew and turn. They want you to fold, press, and then sew. Top stitch. As soon as I get the border sewn on, I will be taking photo. Yay! That's fantastic, Susan. That is fantastic. Back to the sewing machine. Agreed. That's what happens. That's what happens. And Laura's rooting for you, Judy. So we got Judy wanting the bag, and then who was it that was wanting the giveaway quilt? I mean, they gotta win it. I mean, don't get me wrong, or don't sell me out on that. They still have to win it. But who was it that was confident that they were going to be the ones to win the bag? Because I can't remember who that was. I can't remember. All right, so I've got the ends pressed. So this little end is actually pressed up. I know it's kind of hard to see in the camera, but it's pressed up. And so now what I've got to do is press it in half, wrong sides together. That is step one of doing the additional sewing on these straps. And we're gonna see. I don't remember who it was. Does anybody in the chat remember? I don't remember. I don't remember who it was. I hope it's not somebody who got unsubscribed, because I've had a lot of unsubscribes happen lately too. I think it's part of all the YouTube messing around with things stuff going on. I think it's all part of the sinister plan by YouTube. Finally feeling like sewing again, maybe out of funk. Yes, agreed, Susan. Might be. You might be. Even if not, it's possible. Let's see. I'm happy for more light in the evening, but this time change. Oh, it is, right? If I want to practice again, I think I have that same kit that I can send you. Oh, it might be. Yeah, if you want to send me the kit, Judy, that is absolutely fine. It will be a giveaway. Yeah, anything that you guys want to send me, I will just, if you have specific instructions, like it needs to be a giveaway, put that in there. But yeah, absolutely. I hear you, Laura. She says, although I'd love to win the quilt, I'm out of the option for this go around. Yes, you are. you can win in October. Did you catch the heart quilt that I was making at the end of February? Or yeah, the end of February. If you caught the heart quilt that I made at the end of February, I'm going to make one just like it to be the center of the October giveaway quilt. So when you can enter again, I've already got an idea of what's going into it. Let's see. Welcome in, Andy. Crafty Witch 232 is here, guys. She's in the house. She's in the house. These straps are narrower than I thought they were, but I guess they're about right. So yeah, the heart quilt that I was putting together, that I was advertising for the kit for, I have another kit for it, and that is going into the center of the October giveaway quilts. So they are going to be given away. Let's see. I was talking to somebody the other night about fabric, and I don't remember who it was I was talking to. I feel like I was talking to somebody about fabrics for scraps and such, but I always take scraps too, guys, as long as it's quilting cotton. I take quilting cotton. Any size, as long as I can cut an inch square out of it, I will take it. So if you guys, if that is something that you are going to throw away, start saving it, and you may see your fabric show up on my lives. It is possible. I love it. Thank you. Thank you, Andy. She's saying hi to everyone. She's calling people by name. she's taking numbers, taking names, something like that. What is that phrase? Oh my gosh. It's like taking care of business. I can't think of the wording, guys. You have to help me. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, so I got one strap. We are going to get this other one. It takes a little while to press this. I feel like you guys are watching me do nothing. I feel bad. I want you guys to be able to see me doing things. I feel like you guys are seeing me doing nothing. I am working. I am absolutely still working. My nail color almost matches this blue of this fabric. So I'm having to make sure that I am pressing the fabric and not my nails. Oh, you're so funny, Andy. She said, "It's okay, that's my brain today." Jennifer says, "When she goes to quilt shops and Hobby Lobby, scraps is the first place I look." Yes, okay, so I occasionally look at the scraps when I go to stores. I usually look at scraps more when I go to garage sales and things like that. I don't typically look at the scraps at Hobby Lobby, believe it or not. I do look at I will look at the clearance, but usually they don't have what I would be using. And I don't know the best way, at least my Hobby Lobby. Welcome in, Alicia. She says, "Hey y'all, welcome in. Glad you're here. Time to try my new 1/4" foot with guide for my backup machine." Yes, Chloe. That's fantastic. I think when I bring Beauty back down here that I'm totally going to get on the bandwagon of getting the 37 foot for Beauty because I think I'm piecing better with the 37 foot than I am with the foot I was using, which is a 97, I believe. Oh, I did not catch anybody earlier today. I meant to, but I hadn't yet. I will get there. All I heard was send all scraps. Yes, absolutely, Andy. Any quilting cotton that you have that can be cut into a 1-inch square, I will take it. If you can cut a 1-inch square out of whatever you've got, I will take it. You don't have to cut the 1-inch squares. I don't make you, prep the fabric before you send it to me. But if you can put your 1-inch square, like you can take your ruler and your scrap fits in a 1-inch square, I take it. That is plenty big enough for me. All right, so now what I've got is this strip that they gave me, okay, is now folded in half once, but then folded in half again. So it's like double fold quilt binding, and these ends are folded over on both ends. Yeah, it doesn't matter. If you don't like the look of a fabric, then you haven't cut it small enough. So it does not matter. It does not matter. I will take it. If it is quilting cotton, I will take it. I can use any colors that are out there. What is SMP, Judy? She says she watched SMP today, did not win anything. I don't know what SMP is. Because that's not so yeah. I know that much because there's not a Y in there. There's got to be a Y to be so yeah. And I don't think they give anything away, do they? I love how Ricky sounds after I've oiled her. Let's see. Still don't know what SMP is. Okay. Waiting for the chat. YouTube has also been delaying the chat, guys. So that is not you. It is not me. It is YouTube. It is absolutely YouTube. Sewing machine part. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yes, Andy. If it is quilting cotton, if you can cut a 1-inch square, I take it. I will send you my address. You just send me an email, and I will send you my address. It might even be on my page. My PO box might be on my page, so you may not even have to message me. But if you message me and let me know it's coming, then I know to look for it. Because that really helps too, because my local post office does a really bad job of letting me know. Hi, Ollie. He says the machine is sounding better, smoother running. Okay, so I actually ran out of bobbin earlier. Judy oiled Annabelle today. Yes, she probably needed it. So I was getting low on bobbin, and Ricky was making a lot of extra noise. So I just needed to change out bobbins too. Like, Ricky makes a lot of noise when you get close to running out of bobbin. And then when you run out, Ricky's completely silent. It's crazy. I was hoping baby lock machines would be marked down on it. Oh, yeah. I am needing a long arm, guys. I'm needing a long arm on a frame with digitized everything. So that's what I'm on the market for right now. But I don't have the budget for it, so I'm having to save up. Everybody's saying hi to Ollie. So I did get a message about my foot pedal. I don't think there is one right now. At who you sent me to, Ollie. I don't think he has one just yet. But he's gonna keep his eyes out, I think. I think that's where we're at right now. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see if I can get a foot pedal. Because I have a Bernina 532-1 sitting in the closet. I can't use it. I can't even test her out. I can't even make sure she runs because we have no foot pedal. And this is 1958, so pre, auto start stop button. Check out the King Quilter that S&P has. I have thought about that too. That is like one of the ones that's on my list as well. I just don't have the budget until my current machine sells. So I'm waiting for my current machine to sell. That is part of my delay. I can't even start looking at a budget until that machine sells. You're looking other places too. Oh, thank you, Ollie. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I think Jess was right. She looked it up, and we think that the old 730 uses the same foot pedal assembly, where the foot pedal and power cord are all connected to the same thing. We think that the 730 uses the same assembly that the 532-1 does. And if it does, that means that, we have less extra looking to go. We have a lot of extra looking to go. I would really like to get the 532-1 working, because I would love to have, even if I just set her up as a straight stitch and don't do anything else on her. She can zigzag, or she should, assuming that she works. She should be able to zigzag and do other things, but I think I would set her up as a straight stitch. So she would be my main, piecing machine for when I'm home, because I'm not going to carry her anywhere. I hope I don't need a new machine, but I still have to wait 2 weeks. Oh, goodness, Chloe. That's rough. Having to wait. Having to wait is rough. If I brought my machines to the local technician, it's right now his wait time is like 3 weeks. I'd have to pay a $45 per machine rush to use the facility in Cheyenne that would fix my current machines. But I have no backups. So, like, if both Beauty and Ricky go down, I have no backup plan. So, well, I think I don't know that the 500 does. I don't think the 500 and the 532 are the same. Just from looking at them, from what I've looked at. All right, so we now have 2 assembled straps for the bag. So here's 1, and here's 2. These are plenty long, believe it or not. If I put them where it originally says to, they might be a little on the short side, but I think I can adjust that. I think I can adjust it. We're gonna see. Okay. So mark 4 1-inch lines. Why do we have to? Why did they not give us this beforehand? You know, they could have given us instructions beforehand, right? All right. So now we are given some instructions about where to mark. And they're bigger than my biggest normal ruler, so I have to pull out the whole 24-inch ruler. Okay, that's not that far. I see where that one is. And then we are going to go that far from the sides, like they said. Oh my gosh, that's like crazy in from the sides. It's like way into the center. It's not what I was expecting, but that's okay. We will make it work. It is part of the pattern. And yes, I am following the pattern right now. Okay, and I have nothing to mark with aside from a pen, but that's okay. We can mark with a pen. A pin. 532 is different than all the others. Oh my goodness. Why am I not surprised that I get lucky with the really oddball machine that is different from all the others? If I'm going to get a random vintage machine, branded 532 labeled another oh, gotcha. Yeah, I get all the oddball machines. I do. I just get them all. Okay, so 5 and 14 3/4. Because we can't have easy measurements. We have to have hard measurements. Oh. But pens are going to work fantastic because I can pull the pens back out and I don't accidentally leave any markings. So we're going to go with that. And instead of doing this the old-fashioned way or doing this the technical way and measuring from the opposite side and doing exactly what we did on the other side, we are going to take our pen and come straight through. So I can mark it on the other side. And oh, thank you, Dawn. Yes, agreed. She says, don't forget the thumbs up, y'all. Yes, please, 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 please. Give me that thumbs up. Let YouTube have it. Let YouTube know that it is important to you. Okay, and these don't even look level, guys. Are they level? I'm not sure that they're level. We're going to make them level. I know about where they're at. Welcome in, Nanette. Thank you. She says, good evening. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Okay, so the straps are supposed to go way far down. And that is really going to be short. So we are going to move these straps up. We're going to move them up just so that I'm a little bit happier with how they're going to look. And I'm going to pin them. And we're going to go from there. Hi, Lori. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Everybody's popping in right about now. That's fantastic. You guys are so awesome. You guys are so awesome. All right, we're doing the very scientific way of measuring, and we are using fingers. Because why would you not use fingers to measure things, right? So, in case you guys were wondering, that is a very scientific method of measuring things for sewing, is you use your fingers. As long as your right hand and your left hand are about the same size, or you use your right hand, on both pieces, or your left hand on both pieces, then you're good to go, right? All right, so I'm going to pin this, and then we are going to go flip to the opposite side. And we're going to pin it on the other side. And we're going to do the same measurement system that we did on the other side. So I know about where my fingers need to be. And I can feel the strap right underneath me, so I know I'm in the right spot. And pick it up, make sure I'm not pinning through extra layers. You guys are getting to see you guys are getting to hear the play-by-play of the very um, scientific method I'm using. Who else does the very scientific method? Who else does this? Am I the only one? We're so scientific tonight. Okay, so I've got them pinned down there. I think I've got to sew them all the way up, which I think I do. Yep, far enough up so that I am going to go pin further up so that I have them pinned in the way. Chloe says consistency is key, right? It is. Right, Anne does it. Yay. She does the very scientific method, just like me. All right, and we're going to do the same thing at the other end. So I know about where I want to stop sewing because I don't want to have these go all the way to the top. I need to leave some room at the top. So we're doing the scientific method again, and we're going to leave some room. All right, and we're gonna make sure it's about the right distance apart still again. There we go, and let's see. All right, about there, about there. That's close enough. All right, so one side is now pinned in place. The other side, I just have to finish pinning to prevent it from moving. So I can put these under the machine and sew them down. So when you do this, when I did this bag the last time, the one problem that I ran into is that these straps really needed to be reinforced at the top as well as at the bottom. And that was not something that's discussed here, aside from back stitching at the top. They really just need to be reinforced. So I am going to reinforce them at the top because these straps just, they do need it. Once you start putting weight in this tote, it needs it. It needs it. Okay. So now we have our straps pinned to our tote front and back. Or yeah, front and back. Outside sides of front and back. Okay. All right, let's see. What was that? Yes, I do. And okay, that's handled. All right, let's see. There we go. Everybody got so quiet again. That's what happens when I talk too much. People get quiet. People get so quiet. So, if you don't have a needle down function on your machine, it is very important to put your needle down when you pivot. Chloe says, take me off topic, but I was excited to buy chocolate cherry. That is not off topic at all, Chloe. I so want to see them when you grow them. Oh my gosh, I want to see them. Okay, so for those of you who do not know, back before I left Alabama, I had chocolate cherry sunflowers. They were my absolute favorite. There's nothing like chocolate cherry sunflowers. They're just so gorgeous. They're so gorgeous. And they grow really, really tall. They're gorgeous plants. They're so gorgeous. And so I grew chocolate cherry. Oh, you better. She says I will post. You better post. So as they get so tall, and you can just walk right up to them, and they are just so stunning. They're so amazing. I saw a different variety of them. So some places call them chocolate cherry. The other, what was the other variety? What's the other name? I'm trying to think. There's another name for them. I'm trying to think of what it was. I can't remember. Judy says, I expect pictures, right? Oh, of course you are, Andy. She says she's on her 3rd year of growing them. Always stunning. Yes, they are, right? They're so stinking gorgeous. They are, they're kind of brown and like dark, deep brown and maroon and purple, and they might have a ray inside of them. They might have a gold burst inside of them. It just depends on the manufacturer of which variety they have. Oh my goodness, they're just so stunning. They are so stunning. I will have to pull out pictures of mine. I miss some. Um, Now it's Kennedy. I picked up some last year, and it's Kennedy lives local, and so she put some. Yeah, they can be very reddish. Yeah, they're brown. Yes, parts of red throughout. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, I so miss them. I so miss them. But they they're just they're unexpectedly gorgeous. Like, I mean, you expect sunflowers to be pretty and all, but these are just unexpected. So my local Walmart here has the seeds again. Um, and I don't remember what they call them because there's a different variety that they call them. But if you go to your local seed store, oh, you got blue and purple. Oh, I need to see those, Andy. I need to see them. Purple is my favorite color. And I've never seen sunflowers with blue, so I need to see those. Like this is not, this is not up for debate. I need to see them. But they're so stunning. And sunflowers have kind of always been my flower since maybe early 2000s, maybe something like that. I've always loved sunflowers. Purely aesthetic, yes, it is. They look, aside from the color, they look and they work just like a regular sunflower, um, just like a regular yellow and brown sunflower. But they're crazy gorgeous. Planting the seeds next week. See, I can't plant them here because I live in an apartment, and there's no way I can grow a 7 foot tall plant on my patio. I would love to, if I could, even think about doing the seed, like the seed depth that I would need for a sunflower. I totally would do it. I totally would. But it's Kennedy grew them for me last year, so that I would be able to see them. And so she had those sunflowers plus some others out in her front yard. So every time I drove by it's Kennedy's house, I was able to see the chocolate cherries sunflowers. They're just, they soothe my heart. They soothe my heart. Okay. If you guys have never ordered seeds from anywhere, trying to think of um, when it was, trying to think, maybe 3 years ago, something like that. I ordered seeds, and I ordered seeds from Baker Creek Heirloom Seed Company, and they came in. They were so beautiful. Everything that they sent me grew. Like all the seeds that they sent me grew, and they're all organic. Um, and I think I ordered chocolate cherries from them too, or something like that. I maybe 3-4 inches. They don't need to go super deep. Like, if you just stick them down. Do not pre-start them, Ryan. The sunflowers are. You could technically pre-start them, but they don't do as well if they're pre-started. So they are best to wait until the weather is warm enough to start them. Um, I mean, the seeds themselves don't have to go super deep, but the roots will end up going pretty deep. Um, Grandma's tiger lilies are starting to rebirth. It should be within a month to a month and a half. Oh, fantastic. You guys are always allowed to spam me with beautiful flowers. Like, don't send me flowers because I don't want to sneeze, but you guys can definitely spam me. Well, just send it to my private message on Facebook. If you're in my group already, just send it to the private. You know, just send me a private message. You can always spam me with pretty flowers, and I definitely love alternative flowers. One year I grew. I had an arch. I'm thinking they should be would be beautiful at my mountain cabin. Oh, they probably will eat them, but you might still be able to get them to grow. They would be absolutely gorgeous up there, Rayanne. They would absolutely be gorgeous up there. I mean, if you plant enough of them, the deer can eat some of them. I grew a patch of sunflowers one year so I could make my own sunflower seeds in different flavors. Oh, that's ingenious, Nanette. I love that idea. I love it. Let's see. I had some hibiscus last year. I have not had hibiscus. I don't think I've ever grown hibiscus. Um, ooh, okay. I'm about to stitch down the same row that I just stitched. I don't need to do that. I need to stitch the opposite side of the strap. I need to stay on task. I'm distracted by the pretty flowers. Oh, sorry guys. My mouse was on the floor and I stepped on it. I will move me back over, so bear with me. Okay, I'm back over. That's a first. That's a first. Haven't done that before. My foot pedal was indeed where I could step on it. But yeah, so I love the off the wall flowers, the ones that are unexpectedly a different color, or something that you just don't think you would expect to find in whatever environment. So I had an arch. I picked up one of those like bridal arches because where I was living at the time in Alabama, it would work. It would be fine. And I secured it, and so like until we had really really strong winds in October, we were good. But I had morning glories and 4 o'clocks. And morning glories bloom in the morning. They open in the morning, and 4 o'clocks open in the afternoon. So I had both vines growing around the arch. So any time of day that I went out there, there was at least one kind of flower blooming. So if I went out, in the morning, I had morning glories blooming. And then in the afternoons, I had the 4 o'clocks blooming. And so I did that one year, found out that they were toxic to the dog. Well, I knew they were toxic to the dog before I planted them. So they were planted out of his reach. But I was like, it's a little too much work to try to keep him from them. And they were a pain to take down. So I decided never to do that again. Nanette says right now she has 500 tomato seeds started and 2,500 peppers started in her seedling greenhouse. No flowers yet. Oh my gosh. You're a fan of fun cone flowers. Like, I'm trying to think of a cone flower. Because I think I had something along those lines. And Nanette likes straw flowers. I'm kind of partial towards like pansies. And when I was a kid, my mom grew gladiolas. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hi, Amber. Glad you're here. Amber from Cheeky Quilters is here. She says, hey, friends. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Thank you. We're actually having a flower discussion now. We have veered off of our normal programming, and we were talking about flowers. I'm sewing. This bag has flowers on it. It has flowers. Don't ask me what they are because beyond being pretty, I don't know. but they are flowers. um, let's see. I like wave petunias. I have not seen wave petunias that I know of. Amber says she loves flowers. See, I like planting them and growing them. I like seeing them grow, but I don't particularly like the pollen necessarily. So I tend to be careful about what I plant because I want something that I can upkeep. And here is a lot harder to upkeep. Um, so usually purple, but had tomato soup, coneflower, tiki torch, and mac and cheese variation. Oh, that's crazy. Um, Thank you, Amber. She says, love the St. Patty's Day props, and we are allowed to let the shenanigans begin now. We are officially into St. Patty's Day season with less than 6 days to go. St. Patty's Day is this upcoming Monday, guys. So if you have not been paying attention, St. Patty's Day is this upcoming Monday. Let's see. Wish I could grow either jasmine or honeysuckle inside my house, says Katie. I can seed start. And I seed started quite a few things last year, and I had a lot more seeds started than what actually stayed growing once once I put them outside. Oh, you have a honeysuckle. Okay. I'm staying away from your house. No offense. Honeysuckle and I have a storied history, and I cannot handle honeysuckle. We had some honeysuckle at my house in Alabama before we moved up here, and I could not venture too close to the honeysuckle. When I was a child, me and my friends who lived at this particular house loved to go eat the honeysuckle. We would go and pick the honeysuckle, suck the sap, all of that, all the kids stuff, right? And I got such a very incredibly bad and painful outbreak of poison ivy from my experience hanging out and picking honeysuckle that I forever in my brain associate poison ivy and that horrible rash with my time eating honeysuckle. And it is so hard. It is so hard to not think of poison ivy when I smell honeysuckle. Like when I smell honeysuckle, it just gives me that heebie-jeebies, I'm gonna start itching feeling. Alicia says she loves the smell of honeysuckle. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, and there's nothing like it. I have not found anything that smells like honeysuckle that isn't honeysuckle. But I got so bad, such bad poison ivy, that just smelling honeysuckle just makes me think of poison ivy. And I am like on the lookout for poison ivy. And no joke, my last house where I lived, we backed up to a creek. We had a little ditch behind our house. And that's where poison ivy likes to grow as well. And so of course when I started smelling the honeysuckle, I started looking for poison ivy, and sure enough, found lots of it. It's like, no, we're not going to do that. Hummingbirds love them too. Yes, they do. Now, one thing I am looking forward to is eventually having a place where I can put up a hummingbird feeder again. My patio is 3 stories up and is far enough away from any flowering plants that I do not have hummingbirds come visit me ever. So I don't have a hummingbird feeder up here. But I am looking forward to potentially having a place where I can have a hummingbird feeder in the future set up. Yay! Nightbot is working. Thank you for trying it out, Alicia. I didn't know if Nightbot was going to work tonight. We have been having all kinds of problems, you guys. If you are in the chat and you're a content creator, please go do exclamation selfie into the chat, and that will have Nightbot drop your link. Alicia has triggered it for us tonight. And Nightbot has said Nightbot likes us. Um, Absolutely, Katie. She says Sherry said close to hitting 500. If you're not sub, go help her out, please. Also, check your subscriptions, guys. If you're in my chat, you're obviously subscribed. If you're in my chat on a Tuesday night, you're obviously subscribed to me. However, I have had a lot of subscriptions just drop off lately, so YouTube is going through another round of cleaning up the lists. So if you are subscribed to someone or you hear of someone through another channel that you're visiting, if you're not 100% sure that you are subscribed to them, please go hit that subscription. Yes, Amber says that she is so close to. Sherry says she was one away. That is fantastic, guys. That is fantastic. You know, I hit 700 and then we got up to like 710 almost. We were like 709 finally. And then it's like dropped back down like by five subscriptions, guys. So it's not a big drop, but you know, that's as other subscriptions are still coming in too. Chloe says, Amber, I subbed when you were on Sean's live. Yay! I love Sean is a fantastic creator. Has he announced what machine he got yet, guys? I'm dying to know. I think he's already said you gotta wait until he gets it in. But did he say what machine yet? I'm so excited to find out what machine he got. I'm so excited. Let's see. Oh, that's awesome. Yay. Alright, so we almost have the straps sewn down. I am on that home stretch of the last of the 4 strap pieces. No machine yet, says Katie. Okay. I didn't think he'd announced it. Like, I figured I would see it when he announced it. They haven't received their shipment yet. Okay. Oh, it has not been shipped yet. Ouch. That's rough. Maybe I need to do that when I get my long arm. I just need to give you guys a heads up of, you know, hey, it's on its way. And here you can guess which brand it is. And these are your like 5 options. And see who gets it right. Sean say, oh, just, so Amber just made 500. Is that what we just saw? Is that the information? Don't steer me wrong now, guys. All right, so we've got everything done. Oh, you know what? So originally this said put your front and your lining and turn everything right side out. And now it's saying that I wasn't supposed to stitch all of the lining together. Which doesn't make a lot of sense. It does not make a lot of sense. So, it's going to be what it's going to be. I don't know why. I'm disappointed. The instructions are not clear. Oh, Chloe, you're fantastic. She says, happy birthday, Amber. Happy birthday to you. Amber says she's at 469. Okay. Oh, it's your birthday this week. Oh, well, happy birthday. Happy birthday. All right, so we're going to do this the Tammy way because the other way is not going to work. So it's going to be done the way that I can make it work. That's what's going to happen. Because that's what's going to happen. Because that's just what's going to happen. That's just what's going to happen. Make it your way. A pattern is just a suggestion. Yeah. So the other bag, when I put it together, I don't remember it telling me not to sew a piece of it or something. Like there was nothing about that. But now apparently there is something about that. Like it's very confusing. Very confusing. Oh, oh, Sean, welcome in. Like, very good question, by the way. Were your ears burning, Sean? Because we were just talking about you. We were deaf. Do it the Danny way, right? Do it the get it done way. Is that what we're saying? Is the just get it done, lady? Aw, Judy's birthday is the 30th. Oh, and this will be a great birthday present. You are so funny. You are so funny. Now I'm gonna have to start doing birthday presents for all my admins or all my mods. You know that it's gonna get expensive, right? Oh, welcome in, Jacqueline. Glad you're here. Oh, Jess is back in the chat. We talked about you, Jess. You missed it. We talked about you. We didn't say anything bad, I promise.